What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as MentalHealness, and welcome to another episode of Dear MentalHealness, my call-in show where I break down subscriber stories from their voicemails and whatnot, y'all. Today's story is a doozy. Have a narcissistic person that drug out his divorce for 5 years, abandoned the kids, got on drugs, came out of the closet, y'all. It is a, just stay tuned, like and subscribe.
Hi Lee, I first wanted to say thank you for all the work that you do. It helped me so much in my life. So my story is I've been married for 10 years,
10.
Going through divorce for 5. Eventually, I basically moved out of the state we lived together. He moved to a different state, and now 5 years later, I bought a house. Me and my kids are doing great.
Yep.
But my ex, who, like I said, moved to a completely different state, decided to move to where we live. So,
of course he did.
Long story short, he lost everything, started using meth, was
Meth? He started using meth, y'all.
homeless, according to my daughter, because these are the things that he says to my 15-year-old for some reason. So he uses her as an emotional dumping ground. He does not have any boundaries, so he tells her stuff that a 15-year-old should not know.
Yep.
So those are the things that I heard from her, that he lost everything in the state that he lived for the last 5 years.
So he lost everything in the state that he lived in for the last 5 years, y'all.
And was living in his car. So he decided to move here, and now he is here where we live, telling me how he's going to find the apartment as close as possible to us,
Yep.
which I find really weird. And he also came out, which is crazy.
So he came out. He moved closer to them, and he came out, y'all.
So anyway, so I am I have a sole custody of my kids because our divorce was finished last year, but he made sure that it lasted a lot longer than it was supposed to.
Always.
So I have a sole custody of my children. He has visitations, but that is it. So he came to see my son in school, who is 6, and school, of course, told him that he needs to leave. Then he came back. Then I came to pick my kid up from...
So he went to his son's school to try to pick him up and talk to him, but the school told him no.
School, and this guy was on the side of the road waiting for us to leave, and then followed us wherever we went. So I pull up at the police station. Of course, he sent a message about how we were supposed to meet at McDonald's to chat, which is absolutely not true.
Yes.
And he tells this crazy story to the cops. Hopefully they did not believe him, but it was really scary because he was following us everywhere we went.
Yep.
I don't know what is he trying to do, but I would like to hear your opinion on it. So maybe you can tell me why moving here, why... Oh, and the other thing is because he came out, he made sure to tell me that he has a man and that he's super happy. But mind you, a month before he came out, he was telling my daughter that it's really difficult for him to find a girl, and he doesn't know what the problem is, that he can be alone, and that he wants to start a therapy because it's been 5 years and he couldn't find anyone to be with. And then all of a sudden you move where we live, and a week later you found someone.
Yep.
And it's a guy. So he definitely rubs that in my face.
He rubbed that in her face.
Not sure why, but that's the storyline. So I would love to hear your opinion. Thank you.
All right, here comes the breakdown, y'all. So, welcome back, y'all. So, I'm open to suggestions on how to do the longer voicemails. Like, do y'all want me to break them down during, or wait to the end like I'm doing right now? I talked a little bit there just to kind of guide the story along, but you see what I'm saying? I'm learning, y'all. This is a learning experience. If you made it this far, thank you so much. But yeah, married for 10 years. The divorce took 5 years, y'all. The divorce took 5 years. You get a lot of narcissistic people, toxic people. They just want to make your life hard. If you file for divorce against them, is like the ultimate rejection. Like divorcing a narcissistic person could cause a narcissistic injury. Like that brings on so much shame. It's like a big wave of shame and hurt hit that narcissistic person. You damage or fracture the ego and whatnot. So she got sole custody of the kids, which is tough to sole custody of kids. So he moved to a whole different state, and so did she. In situations like that. So she bought a house, she's living her best life and whatnot, but he's struggling. So he done got on meth, he done came out the closet. I guess he's bisexual. I guess he's bisexual. And let me go ahead and say this, y'all, because a lot of people say this. Not all narcissists are in the closet. Not all narcissistic people are homosexual, bisexual, anything like that, y'all. Not everybody. It doesn't have anything to do with being a narcissist. I'll say that because I know people just like, oh, mine too. No, that doesn't make you a narcissist, and no, not all narcissists think that way, y'all. Nothing against that, but not all narcissistic people think that way. But yeah, you get a lot of narcissistic people, y'all, that will use their kids as a tool of manipulation. Because he went 5 years living in a whole different state. Maybe he talked to them. I don't know how often he saw them, but he's telling his 15-year-old daughter all of this stuff as a tool of manipulation so that she can go back and tell the mom, I'm living in my car, I'm homeless, with no boundaries. Like narcissistic people, some of them like to use their older children or children in general as like free therapy. Like to get this stuff out of their mind and stuff like that. You know what I mean? To vent to them. Not only are they using the children as free therapy and telling them stuff that is not age appropriate, they're hoping that the child goes back and tells the other parent. So hopefully the other parent can feel sorry for them and maybe take them in or maybe offer them a helping hand or something along those lines. You see what I'm saying? So that does happen quite a bit right there. So he decided to move back to after being homeless, on meth, on drugs and stuff like that, coming out the closet. His life is just bouncing all over the place like a ping pong ball. You see what I'm saying? But he decides to move closer to your city and enclose on your space. So I'm assuming, because you didn't mention having a partner. So I'm assuming he doesn't think your daughter might have told him that you were single. So he thinks he can encroach upon your space. So yeah, he came out the closet and is looking for a man. But he also said he was looking for a woman too, so maybe he's bisexual, and maybe he thinks moving closer to you, you'll take him back in. Maybe you think enough time has passed by, for you can forgive him or whatever happened, so y'all can live together again and have a happy family. Blah blah blah. Boo 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 bee bee bee. Sometimes they think that, and with him trying to encroach upon your space, stalking you, popping up at the kids' school, he's like violating everybody's boundaries. Following you, stalking you to the police department, going to your son's school and whatever, trying to talk to him or trying to pick him up. He's not even on the parenting list. You see what I'm saying? That's why the school told him to get out of there. So in his mind, my rule. He's trying to set his rules on everybody. You see what I'm saying? So he's trying to set his rules on you, your son, and your daughter by spilling all this information to her, like treating your daughter like this his best friend or his free therapist and things like that. But that's how it goes, though, y'all. I just feel like his life was spiraling when you get a lot of narcissistic people who do that. They go down, they have these shame. It's called a shame spiral. You do one thing that brings shame to you, and then you start doing so many other things that bring shame to you as well, and your life just kind of starts spiraling out of control, and you can't damn near handle it because you start doing more and more and more shameful things. Your life is falling apart. You're living in your car. Now you try to go back to your ex-wife because y'all have kids together, thinking that it's going to work out that way for you, or you can get kids. And the last part I'll cover, I think that's it right there. The last part I cover is the part that he told you right before he moved back there that he was so happy with a man, and then y'all, he's lying. That man is not happy with a man. He's not happy with a woman. He's not happy with anybody. He's single and trying to throw it in your face to make you jealous. So, because some narcissistic people will try to make you jealous, so hopefully you might want him back. Like my overall goal, my overall thought process is on this is that I think that he wants you. He probably wants you back in some way, shape, or form. He probably, in his mind, he probably thinks that y'all are going to end up together somehow. He probably thinks that he can just overwhelm you and come back into your life and just reclaim his position because y'all already married and with kids. You see what I'm saying? You're already married with kids. I can just fit back into my spot right here. I can just come back in. Blah blah blah. Boo 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 boo. I think he's lying about having a partner. You know, and he said about, you know, like, listen to what he's telling your daughter. I need to go to therapy, work on myself. I can't be alone. Like, he's trying to get you to feel sorry for you. He's trying to get you to feel sorry for him, like being realistic. So if you just be very, very careful, be very, very wary on that situation, y'all, because they absolutely will. He hasn't changed. He's definitely lying to you, manipulating you, and probably trying to find somebody to feed his habits and whatnot, y'all. So be careful, protect yourself. If you made it this far, thank you so much, y'all. If you want to call in and leave your story, like I said, it's 5 minutes or less. The less ones, the shorter ones, like this one. How do y'all feel about this, y'all? Leave me some constructive criticism or some comments or how you want to see this series go. Leave me some advice. I'm open to advice. I'm just trying to get this series started. That's why I'm going to do in one a week. I want to do more, but I want y'all, my listeners, the people who follow me and whatnot, the subscribers, give me some info. Like where do you want to see this series go? Anyways, y'all, the number is going to be 855-HEALNESS, HEALNES, 855-HEALNESS. If you want to leave your story, I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 more of these here pretty soon, y'all. Interact with it, like and subscribe for more. And as always, y'all, Mental Healness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. Thank you for watching my video to the end. I'm super eternally grateful for every single one of you. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so we can help reach more people, help more people and things like that. The self-love brand is available. I love me. The self-love journal is available as well. Links in the description of every video I do. If you haven't already as well, look into joining the channel memberships for behind the scenes perks, priority responses to comments and things like that, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. See you next time.